What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Jose Show. Happy Wednesday. I hope that everyone is enjoying their day. But anywho, let's get into the hot topic, shall we? Now let's talk about Miley Cyrus. So Miley Cyrus copied a popular Bruno Mars song for her hit Flowers, at least according to a new lawsuit. Now the singer is being sued for copyright infringement by Tempo Music Investments, a company claiming it owns a share of the copyright for Bruno's song When I Was Your Man. So, in the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Tempo Music claims there are so many musical similarities between Miley's Flowers and Bruno's When I Was Your Man that it's obviously the result of Miley intentionally copying Bruno. So, Tempo Music claims the melody, harmony, and chorus in Flowers are substantially similar to the verse in When I Was Your Man, and they say Miley's song copies the chord progressions and mirrors some of the lyrics too. So Miley won a Grammy Award for Flowers, but Tempo Music says she wouldn't be getting her flowers without the Bruno song, which was released a decade earlier and reached the top of the charts. Okay, so in the docs, Tempo Music says it is undeniable based on the combination and number of similarities between the two recordings that Flowers would not exist without When I Was Your Man. And Tempo Music says Miley, her label, and her producers all had access to Bruno's song, and they're going after Miley for money, and they want her to be barred from distributing or performing Flowers. Okay, so this is really insane what I'm hearing here. I personally think that Flowers is not copying this song When I Was Your Man at all, because I personally think that even though Flowers sounds similar to the other song, I think that Flowers has more of a deep and emotional chorus compared to When I Was Your Man, because I believe that with Flowers there are more deeper meanings in the chorus. There are more deeper tones within the chorus. And with When I Was Your Man, I believe that that song is just kind of light. It's kind of whatever. I mean, yeah, it's a really good song, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't have that deep emotional meaning that Flowers has. And yes, I believe that Flowers has similar lyrics to When I Was Your Man, and I even seen it before, don't get me wrong, but I believe that those lyrics aren't too similar enough in order for the song to be sued. So this is really ridiculous, and it really sounds like it to me that Bruno's team wants money off of Miley because they know that Miley has made so much money off of Flowers throughout the past year and a half now that this song has been a huge hit all over the world, especially record breaking. So this is what this is all about, okay? I don't think that this is all about similarities. I think that this is all about money. And this is so ridiculous. I feel like they should leave Miley Cyrus alone and they should just call it a day. Now, let's see who's going to win, though, if it's going to be Miley Cyrus or Bruno Mars. Because if there's one thing that the courthouse does is that they really investigate and is seeing if there's actually a similarity in between two songs instead of getting into conclusions. So I don't know when this is going to get resolved, but I definitely would love to see what the courthouse has to say about this. Now, good luck to Miley Cyrus. Now, on to the next topic. Now, let's talk about Florence Pugh, shall we? So, Florence Pugh is looking out for number one on the call sheet, saying she decided to take a break from acting after waking up one morning and realizing she's missing out on a ton of life. Okay, so the actress talked to British Vogue about trying to reestablish a work/life balance, saying she took the first break of her career this summer because she's been jumping from project to project with limited time off recently. So Pugh, who calls herself a work maniac, says she was feeling absolutely exhausted and she's worried she's too focused on work and not enough on really enjoying her life. Okay, so anyways, Florence Pugh says she wants to have a long-term career, but recognizes that won't happen if she burns herself out, hence taking some PTO. Okay, so she's back in the spotlight now, currently on the press tour for the romance drama We Live in Time alongside her co-star Andrew Garfield. The movie is set to come out next month. Okay, so it's just the latest flick in a packed film schedule that included Oppenheimer, Dune Part 2, and Marvel's Thunderbolts, all big budget productions that took a while to film. She's got a couple projects in pre-production too, including a remake of the James Dean classic East of Eden. Alright, so this girl really has been working her ass off. Now I see why she decided to take a break this past summer. I believe that when you are working as hard as Florence Pugh, you definitely don't know what life is. You don't know what taking a breath of fresh air is. You definitely don't know what it's like to meet new people at all because you're just so darn busy working, especially in front of the freaking camera. And when you are working in front of the freaking camera, it's not just working in front of the camera. You have to be there for like 12 freaking hours filming a scene. And you also have to put up with the pressure from the production company and put up with the pressure from the directors. And that is something that Florence Pugh wants all of us to freaking understand. Now, I'm glad that she's back to work now because, you know, she is definitely impressing her fans once again. But yet again, I'm so glad that she was able to put herself first instead of putting the fans first. Because if she weren't to put herself first, then chances are that Florence Pugh would end up having a mental breakdown, just like many other actors have been in the past. And that is something that Florence Pugh definitely didn't want. And, you know, I believe that when it comes to a hardworking person like her, I believe that she definitely deserves her flowers, her recognition, especially a freaking Oscar because, I mean, the girl is a really good actress. Let's remember, the girl does not give up with her freaking acting at all. Literally, and she is so freaking young, by the way. A lot of young girls would want to be in her freaking shoes, that's for sure. And last but not least, Florence Pugh, I believe that you are going to be doing a really good job with Andrew Garfield in this latest project that's going to be released really soon because Andrew Garfield is also a really good actor and I believe that you two would have such a great chemistry that I'm pretty sure you two are going to be definitely the chemistry of 2024 or something. I'm just saying, but anywho, on to the next topic. Now, let's talk about a viral moment, shall we? So, a small aircraft is taking the internet by storm after expertly touching down on only one wheel in an emergency landing. So, anyways, the Cape Air Cessna 402C, a light twin-piston engine airplane, makes its way back to a Boston Logan Airport runway after a problem with the landing gear was detected Tuesday. The aircraft notably only has one wheel extended as it slowly but surely makes its way to the ground. So, in an impressive moment, the tiny plane stays upright on one wheel while gliding across the runway only to veer to one side, skidding to a complete stop. So thankfully, no one on board was injured as the plane's pilot and two passengers were all able to deplane the faulty aircraft without the issue. And prior to touching down, the aircraft was forced to circle the Boston airport for at least 1 hour, delaying other flight arrivals. Okay, so anyways, the situation is being hailed as a textbook landing, with aviation expert John Nance telling WCVB-TV the pilot touched down exactly right. This is really scary. I believe that everybody's lives in that plane was in huge danger because in order for a plane to be landing in just one wheel, that right there is a miracle. Because usually a plane can't land in one wheel. Usually a plane could land in like 3 wheels or 4 wheels because, I mean, that's what keeps the plane standing, not one wheel. But I believe that what happened here was, like I said, it was a freaking miracle. And I believe that this pilot, by the way, was so freaking lucky into being able to even land well, by the way, in order for the plane to still stay standing when it was landing in one wheel. Because I believe that if the pilot would have not landed well, I'm pretty sure that freaking plane would have fell to the side and the people in that plane would have been hurt or killed. Because we are talking about a plane. We ain't just talking about a car nor a freaking motorcycle. Okay, and what I really think is really weird, by the way, is that that plane didn't have the other wheels. Now, I really wonder why that plane didn't have the other wheels. I really wonder why that plane wasn't really well ready to be flying all over the sky, because usually a plane should definitely be ready to be flying all over the sky. And I think that the pilot, by the way, should be the one responsible into making sure that the plane is ready to fly in the first place before flying, in order for the safety of the people and the safety of the pilot. But anywho, this is wild, and I think that this right here is a good life lesson for the pilot. Now on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Tom Holland. So Apparently, Tom Holland isn't just an actor, he is also a person that plays really good golf. Well, Tom Holland's got more than just superhero moves. He hit the golf course to flaunt his impressive swing at the BMW PGA Championship Celebrity Pro-Am. So, apparently, the actor looked like a pro out there, teeing off at Wentworth Club in Surrey, England, with a crowd of spectators watching him give it his all. So, anyways, Tom's there this week for the tournament's annual tradition of celebs competing against seasoned pros, but his GF Zendaya was MIA, so no extra glitz and glamour this time. So, but Tom couldn't dodge his own movie star status. He made time to sign autographs for eager fans. Okay, so anyways, even though many were starstruck, Rory McIlroy seemed to be in the dark about who Tom is, which you can see in a clip going around of the actor introducing himself to the golf pro. So no sweat off Tom's back though. He's made it clear to people he loves celebrating career milestones with a round of golf, even if the game loves to humble him and hand him a reality check. Alright, so this is really amazing. I personally think that Tom Holland, even though he has been working his ass off, I believe that he deserves to have his time off playing golf, because if there is something that is really fun and relaxing, is having to play golf. And man, I can already tell by those photos that I just saw right now that Tom is a really good golfer. I believe that he definitely should be number one in my list when it comes to golfing. And I think that he even has the body, he has the skill to even be a golfer because of the fact that he's just so good, man. I think that the fact that Zendaya wasn't with him, in my opinion, is not that suspicious, because I believe that Zendaya might be so busy doing something right now, because I know that Zendaya is a really busy person. So I wouldn't really get so suspicious and I wouldn't get so chatty about that, you know. But anyways, Tom Holland, you are a pro, my man. You are a pro. Now on to the next topic. Now, let's talk about Ellen DeGeneres. So Ellen DeGeneres isn't letting her excommunication from Hollywood get her down. She's taking shots at her situation in a cheeky new stand-up special. So, the first trailer for the Netflix special dropped Wednesday, where she addressed the elephant in the room, her fall from grace as the Be Kind lady. So, as Ellen put in the sneak peek, her show's catchphrase, "Be kind to one another," should have been "Go F yourselves." That way people would have been surprised to find out she was nice. So still, Ellen got candid about her struggles with confidence leading up to her cancellation, which saw her and her talk show blasted as toxic before its run wrapped 2 years ago. So she continued, "I thought if I could make people happy, they'll like me, and if they like me, I'll feel good about myself, and all I can say about that is thank God for the money." Okay, so while her special is titled "For Your Approval," Ellen's new jokes make it clear she's done worrying about what the peanut gallery thinks of her. Okay, so according to the streamer, Ellen DeGeneres' new special is planned to be the final one of her career, with the comedian getting more personal than ever as she addresses being kicked out of show business. Alright, so anyways, this is really intense. I personally think that Ellen DeGeneres is getting really candid here, because I believe that Ellen DeGeneres is basically telling everybody, hey, I'm a nice person, but when you are messing with me and you are canceling my show due to stupid rumors and stupid stuff, that's where I draw the line, and that is where I definitely start to turn into something else. So y'all better not mess with me, you know? And also, I am so sick and tired of being the nice person, but yet again, I'm not getting nice and respect in return. You know, that is basically what Ellen is trying to tell us here. And I'm actually glad that she's being that way, because it's about damn time that she gets to, you know, lift up her voice and say it like it is, okay? But anyways, that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's beautiful episode of The Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.